on YouTube. Welcome to the video. Today I want to actually give you a tutorial of how to use the macro counting app, MyMacros Plus. Let's get it. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to your app store and you're going to type in MyMacros Plus and download the app. It's about $3, I believe, for the app, but it's a one-time fee. There is monthly fees available, but it's not necessary. It's got all of the stuff that you need without paying the monthly fee. So once it's downloaded, you're gonna hit the MyMacros Plus icon, which is the middle one there. And I'm gonna run you through, starting from the right side all the way to the left side, and then I'm gonna walk you through how I plan out my food for the day. So if you go up to the right corner where the little the circle is, this is your settings. So you want to edit your profile as soon as you download the app. So once you edit your profile, you type in your username, your email, height. You can even put a picture if you want in there. You go back, and then you can edit your meal names. I have basically the standard meal names: breakfast, lunch, and dinner with some snacks. I also added in there pre-workout meal and post-workout meal just because I keep track of the amount of carbs that I eat pre and post-workout. So I like to keep those separate. You can add any other meals, as many other meals as you want. You just hit this plus button at the top right here. You can type in refeed, cheat, snack 3, or whatever. It doesn't matter. You can add more in, or you can edit your current ones just by clicking on it. So that's your meal names. Next, you want to set your nutritional goals. This is the macros that have been prescribed to you. So you can have more than one macro day, which is what I have. So let's hit set our nutritional goals. So as you can see, I have a few days here. I normally stick to the last 3. This one that says Kristen is an old one. It actually can get deleted. So let's click on that and hit delete. Go away. Delete. There we go. So these are my 3 days. So I have my training days, my off days, and my refeed days. So you can edit these as your macros change, or you can add a new macro goal, whatever you would like. If you'd like to keep track of them as you progress, then that's totally fine as well. So that's that right there. You have your app settings, so you can change the meal totals display if you want. I wouldn't, just because we are counting macros here, so all we care about is our protein, carbs, and fats with our total calories. So I would leave those. You can obviously click that and you can switch it if you are looking to track something different. So let's go back there. Also have some tutorials. I haven't explored this here just because I already have the basis for knowing what all of these are, and we're going to go over most of them today anyways. But if you need a different reference, you can always click the tutorials and it'll refer you to a video. You can also track your workouts. There's another app for that, MyMacros Workouts. I don't track my workouts. I use an old-fashioned training log, paper to pencil. Nobody puts paper to pencil anymore. So that is our settings right there. So if we hit close, we're going to be redirected to our meals for the day. I'm going to go over this one last, but as you can see, there's different options up top here. We have our body weight in our circle and weight loss. So let's start off with body weight. This is pretty cool because you can track your body weight changing each day. You can have it in pounds or kilograms, however you want. Let's put in my weigh in for today. I was 108. We're going to add that in. And as you can see, I've been keeping track of that since prep. If you also want to see a cool analytic of that, you can see graphs right up here. You just hit this little graph button. You can see the changes in 2 weeks, a month, 3 months, the entire time you've been with the app. So that's kind of cool. I think if you purchase the monthly fee, you can actually export this to Excel. Again, it's really not necessary. If that's something you want, then you just pay the monthly fee for it. So to close that, you just hit that button again. And then we got our meals. Like I said, I'll go over this after. And then we have our circle. The circle, you can actually have followers, which I really like. I get a lot of my clients to follow me on this app because they can actually see what foods I am eating. So if we go to my circle, oh, there's a couple of options. So if you go down to the bottom here, I'm gonna go to the very left. That button there, it shows who I am following. The next button is who's following me. The next one is how you search for people. So you can search for people by their username if you want to add people. And is for you to decide what you want people to see. So I don't care if people see my body weight. Some people are a little bit more sensitive to this. So if you don't want to show your body weight, all you do is you click that off. So I'm just gonna click that back on. I like to show people my recipes. It's a great way for clients to see what I'm eating so they get a little bit of a reference and some ideas for themselves. If you don't want to share your recipes for whatever reason, you just simply click that off. So that's that. So that's my circle. And the last one over here is weight loss again, or the My Workouts Plus app. Again, I don't use that one, so no tutorial for that one, guys. So for meals, so let's quickly show you where the database is. So if we click this button at the top left corner, that's where it's going to take us to our food menu. So the first option here is you can simply search for foods by just typing them in. So if you just need to know a generic broccoli, banana, rice, or anything like that, I recommend using this. The database is getting bigger, so you can find things a lot more. So if we type in broccoli, stuff for that comes up. If you want just rice, you can see there's a bunch of different options for that. Oh, cool. Global search and verified search. I didn't know it had that. Look at that. I'm learning too, guys. So cool. The next one, the custom and faves, is everything that I have added throughout the entire time I've been with the app. So as you can see, there's a bunch of food in here that I have added to my personal library, and it's quite large. So if I want to find something that's all the way in the T's, rather than scrolling through like this, all you have to do is see the alphabet on the right here. You just have to click on the T and it's going to bring you to the T's. If I want to go all the way back to the top, just hit the A and it'll bring you all the way back up to the top. The next one's really good if you eat things quite consistently day to day. If you go to recent, which I do, if you go to recent, it actually has all of your recent foods, so you don't have to scroll through a bunch of stuff and you just want to quickly add things that are already in your database. So recent foods are good for that. The next one I want to go over is recipes. So if you have a recipe and you don't want to have to track every single ingredient within that recipe every time you make it, I recommend you put the initial time that you've prepared that food item into your recipes option. So let's click recipes. As you can see, I only have added 2 recipes in here, the pumpkin spice pancakes and the PES Select peanut butter loaf. So people who follow me can follow me below, Kristen Novak. People who follow me can actually get a hold of these recipes. So if we click on, let's click on the pumpkin spice pancakes. This is the recipe information that I have prepared for this particular item. So if you want to create your own recipe, just create new recipe. Simply whatever you're making, type it in, determine the serving size that you are estimating, and then you're just gonna add all your ingredients in here, and it's gonna calculate the accumulated macros so you can add it in as just one food item. So you just type in your baking soda or whatever into here, and you add the item, and then the aggregate total of the macros gets added into whatever meal choice you decide on. So it's kind of handy for that, especially if you like to cook a lot and you're just not a single item type of person. So that's recipes. The next one I want to show you is fast track. So say you're on the fly and you just want to quickly know your protein, carbs, and fats. You don't care about the sugar, the sodium, the cholesterol, or anything else. You just want to quickly make sure that you're on point. You're going to quickly add it at the fast track option. You hit fast track and you type in, say you get a donut. You type that all in and then you hit next and you save it to whatever meal that you would like. The thing with the fast track is it doesn't save this item into your database. So if you want to have this item again in the future, it's not a one-time thing, I recommend you add it to the custom foods option, which is the very last option. We'll skip back to barcode scanner in just a second. So if you want to have that option in your database and you don't always remember what the macros are, add that item to add custom food. So if you click right here, if you have the macros in front of you, like the nutrition label, you just type in donut, donut, say you get it from, I cannot spell, come on, Tim Hortons, and if you don't know the grams, just serving size of 1 donut. Cool. And then you type down here, and as you can see, you have all of the options for the micronutrients as well as the macronutrients. So you can type in the calories. If you don't know the calories and you know the protein, carbs, and fats, it calculates the calories for you. So don't stress about it if you don't know the calories. I normally skip this option and let the app do that work for me. It's one less thing you have to input. So say we say it's 8 fat, I don't know, 2 from here, 200 sodium. I'm just giving you random numbers, you guys. These aren't accurate. 2 sugar, 2 fiber, let's say 10 sugar, and 2 protein. And hit next. and it adds it to your database, but it also wants to know if you want to have it today, because maybe you don't. And you hit yes, you want to have it for your day, and then you can select which meal you want to have that in. And see up here, 160 calories, so it calculates it for you. So I'm gonna hit exit because I don't want to have that for my day today. Okay, so the next option before we plan out our food for the day that I want to show you is the barcode scanner. And particularly that's cool about the barcode scanner is I want to show you how to switch it from saying like 1 cup to grams, or maybe 1 slice of bread to grams. So what we're gonna do is I found one of my PES Select protein barrels that I haven't added into my phone yet. It's the cookies and cream flavor. So we're gonna click on the barcode scanner. As you can see, that comes up, and we're gonna find the barcode, and it's a little fussy, so you kind of gotta zoom in and out. Once you find that orange line, you hold it steady, and there we go. Now you see how it comes up as 1 scoop. I don't track my protein powders based on scoops because I would never hit my protein amounts. I wanna change that to grams. So 1 scoop is equal to 32 grams. So I'm gonna show you how to edit this item so you can change it to a per gram basis. So if you click this little pencil at the top left corner, it's gonna edit this food option. So hit edit food information. And what we're gonna do is see how it says 1 serving size. Serving size is 1 scoop. So I'm gonna change this to say 32 grams. And 32 grams does equal 1 scoop. So I don't have to change any of these numbers. Sometimes you just wanna make sure that you match these numbers to the nutrition label, because sometimes it doesn't come through 100% accurately, but it looks like it is right now. So 32 grams is my 1 scoop. So I'm gonna hit save, and it's gonna automatically convert this to 1 gram. So if we hit save, there we go, look at that. 1 gram is equal to 4 calories, 0.8 protein. So when I weigh this out, maybe I don't want 32 grams, which is more than a scoop. Maybe I want 45. See how it just calculates my protein intake a little bit more accurately? So that's why I change all of my food like that to a per gram basis. So that's that. So that's added in my database now, thank you. Okay, so lastly, we are gonna go over this spot right here, our meals for the day. This is my food for the day, so I wanna quickly show you guys how I add everything so I make sure that my macros are on point, and I'll show you how everything in here works. Firstly, I'm gonna have my breakfast, which is toast and cream cheese, which is what I typically have. I'm gonna go to my previous day and copy that meal forward versus going through my entire database searching for the item. So if you hit this arrow up here, whoops, yep, see how it says yesterday? There's my bread, and there's my cream cheese. 80 grams of my bread, 70 grams of my cream cheese. Now, if you look next to the 397 calories, there's 3 little boxes. We're gonna click on that to give us some options. You can remember breakfast, share, or delete. I just wanna simply copy this meal. We're gonna hit copy, and we're gonna select our date. We want it today, July 5th. So we're gonna hit next, and I want it for breakfast. So if we hit the arrow again next to yesterday, it's gonna bring us back to today. And here is my breakfast breakdown. Now say my bread weighed out to 81 grams, it wasn't 80 grams like it was yesterday. If we click on the bread and we click on the 80 grams, we're gonna update that to 81 grams, done, and hit this arrow at the top right corner. Voila, 81 grams, 70 grams. Now as you can see, it breaks out the macros for each meal. This is what I really like about this app. So you have your protein, your carbs, and fats for breakfast. So that is just for our breakfast. Now let's add a snack. So we're gonna go back up to our database. We're gonna go to recent. I think I'm gonna have 2 s'mores Oreos. So we have the s'mores. I already know what I've put these in here as. You can type in your foods based on what is easier for you to remember. So we have the s'mores marshmallow chocolate flavored cream Oreos. So I'm gonna click on that. And I didn't change it to grams for this one just because it was not really necessary for me. We're gonna change this. I'm gonna have 2 cookies. And we're gonna have this for snack 1. Hit the arrow up top, slide over, there's my snack. So we have our breakfast and we have our snack. Now if you go down below at the very bottom, you can see that we have our protein, our carbs, and our fats. So it shows what's remaining. These are my totals for the day. So my totals for the day is 105 protein, 245 carbs, 53 fat. I have only consumed 19 protein, 61 carbs, and 26 fat. If you click on the item, you can see how much is remaining. I have 86 protein remaining, 184 carbs remaining, and 27 fat remaining. You can also see this by scrolling up to the top, and it actually shows it here too, remaining grams. Okay, let's keep going. Lunch. We're gonna have some rice. I like the VT basmati rice. I'm gonna estimate out 100 grams for lunch with some chicken, maybe 120 grams for lunch. And I'll add some spinach in there. Spinach for like 20 grams is like 1 carb. Not worth my time. I'm not gonna put it in there. So we have our breakfast, snack, and lunch. We still got quite a bit to play with here, so let's add in my pre-workout meal. I like the Skyr Greek yogurt, strawberry flavor. Lots of protein in here, guys. So I'm gonna have maybe 170 grams for my pre-workout. And this is actually what I probably have almost every day. That's why it seems like I'm a little bit fast at this. I'm a creature of habit. I love the same foods almost every day. I do switch it up maybe around dinner time, but for most of the day I'm having the same thing. So pre-workout. 18 protein, 18 fat, perfect. I'm also gonna have some oatmeal. Just get my carbs a little more up there for pre-workout. I like the, where is it? No. See, I haven't had this one item for a while, so I'm gonna go back to my custom. I already know it's instant oatmeal. I want the, where is it? Apple cinnamon, yum. And I already know that a packet is maybe around 39 grams. When I weigh it out, when I actually go to eat this, I'll change this based on however much I actually weigh out. So 39 grams for pre-workout, done. What do we have left after the gym? We have quite a bit left. 37 protein, 107 carbs, 25 fat. Oh, I'm actually gonna have my fish oil as well, which is fat. Make sure you track your fish oil if you're having it. So if we go over here, there's my fish oil. I have 2 teaspoons, which equals to 8 fat. I'll have this at breakfast. Throw that up there. Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna do our post-workout meal. I already know that I'm gonna have something from yesterday, my protein shake. So I'm gonna copy my meals over. Now, there's one item in here, the Baja Bowl. I'm not gonna have that right now. So I'm gonna unclick that, and it's gonna include just my protein shake items that I'm gonna have. Next, post-workout. Yesterday, perfect. We got 70 carbs, 12 fat. I'm gonna finish this off with some s'more cereal. So if we go over here to recent, s'mores, 70 grams. And I'm about 5 grams difference with all of my macros. I'm not too concerned with hitting them 100% perfectly. That's gonna be my dinner. We're gonna add, I like the cashew milk. Creamy cashew, it's probably gonna equate to 2 cups based on that amount of cereal. And hit that over. Let's scroll up the top, look at that. We are within 5 grams, plus or minus, doesn't matter which way, for each macronutrient. That's my food for the day. Also quickly show you guys this bottom option here. If you wanna see the amount of fiber and sugar that you've eaten for the day, click this little eye at the bottom right corner. And it's gonna give you a summary of my total calories, fats, carbs, protein, fiber, sugar, and sodium for the day. So that's what that is right there. So if you hit done, it'll take you back just to your macros for the day. You can also see analysis. This is where you can pay for more if you want to export certain items. But yeah, so you can keep track of everything right there. You can see your goals to actual, which is pretty cool. That's it, you guys. So you guys, that's it. I hope you found this helpful. If you have any more questions about this app, I would be happy to answer it. So just leave a comment below. Make sure you hit that like button. Share this video to someone who you think it would be helpful for, and I'll see you in the next one.
When I close my eyes before going